Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, our players are...
Hi, I'm Higgimus, Corporal First Class, and I play Giff Fighter.
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon, who's a human fighter from somewhere near Brow.
Hi, I'm G-Man. I play Yeldan Sharpeye, a Elven Ranger from Realm Space.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar. I'm paladin from Brawl.
And Levalithana, an Elven Wise Mage.
I thought you said wife mage then.
Yes, she's a wife.
Exercising my tongue. Yep.
Hi, I'm Zaka. I play Lafdul, meaning day-to-day specialty priest faith.
No special title?
Nah, I couldn't think of one, honestly.
I'm gonna have to dock you some more experience points.
Just
if you'd been doing that, I'd be under so much pressure every week to come up with something
1
fun.
million experience points.
But
just
occasionally, I'll get that lucky one on a roll, so to speak. I'm for coming up with the amazing title, and then you'll have to give me like 10,000 XP. It's not quite that 50,000, but it'll do.
I don't know about that much. Maybe 10 experience points.
Ah.
Anything is good.
That is true. Anything is good, which is why some of you are keeping around your .00000000007 experience points.
It wasn't
Is
that
that a levy?
No, that's me.
Oh.
I truncated.
Oh, thank God.
2 sessions ago.
All right, so we left off last time. You just picked up the crew of a wrecked elven Shrike ship, and you'd tested out your new device that you were hoping leads you to the stolen ship. And I believe that there was some questions that someone wanted to ask as well of the elves. I believe it was Higgimus who wanted to ask that.
The only thing I can remember is what type of ship was it? What were its capabilities? How many people do they think is on the ship? That sort of thing.
Okay, so when you turn and basically ask her for some additional information about the vessel that you're searching for to better prepare. So this is once again Second Lieutenant Alorna Naranith. She says, well, first of all, who would be in the on the bridge at this point? Would it be all of the party members, or are you just thinking like the helmsman and...
Lafdul wants to be there because he's potentially got questions of his own.
Okay.
Lever too.
Braxon would want to hear
wants
anything
to
about
be
the
there.
ship.
Yeldan wants to be there so he can know
Everyone, basically.
Okay, so basically everyone. All right.
Because he wants to know what the ship looks like so he can spot it, have an easier time trying to spot it.
Okay. She looks over each of you and says, I would suggest that you bring in your other helms people so that we can discuss this, but understand that this is highly confidential. It is an experimental vessel, and I will need assurances that you and your crew will not be sharing this information outside of this vessel. If it were to get in the hands of the goblinoids before we deploy the vessel, that would not be good.
Understandable.
As much as Lafdul would love to sell out information, he wouldn't sell out his own kind. Somehow.
Yeah, you would never sell out the elves. So do you summon your other two helmsmen?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 3, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah, one of them's on the helm right now.
Yep. Probably
You can't
Nor on the helm
someone
right now.
now.
So, Nemariel and Varadra come in, and Alorna looks at each of you, although interestingly enough, she does not seem to look at Nemariel, and says, I will need each of your assurances, your oath that you will not share this information with anyone.
Namalia is an elf, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it.
Lafdul will swear by his deity Erverin.
Yeldan would be swearing about the one he's worshipping nowadays.
Solinor.
Wait.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name off the top of my head.
Write it down.
You might want to remember your deity's name.
It is written down.
Fair enough. All right. Everyone else?
I say that's good. I'll do that. It's part of the job. I don't really have a god.
No, but
Levi
you
similar.
treat it like a contract.
Braxon says the Elven Navy defends my home of Brow, and I swear by Patar that I shall not diverge information outside the Imperial Navy.
All right. Ockar?
Sorry.
Are you swearing?
Yeah, I'll swear.
Okay.
I'm-
Nor and Varadra also give their assurances. Alorna says to you, the vessel in question is known as a Radiant ship. We have deployed only a handful of them at this time. They are specifically designed to act against the Goblinkin's dislike of bright lights. They're extremely bright. As bright as a star in the sky when you're close to it on the sphere wall. We have some devices that can offer some amount of protection to you, but understand that the point of them is to be difficult to hit, and unprotected members of your crew will be in that boat.
I will say, brace yourselves briefly, and I will briefly bring out I will tell people, like, I'm just going to bring out a darkness stone. Will this stone, like, that clouds everything in darkness, help us at all? At least the elves, so we can see in dark.
I believe the brightness of the vessel would overwhelm even that.
Perfect.
Goodness.
At least when you're on it.
What's this protection you can offer us?
Yeah.
We have some eye protection. Only a handful. Most of them did not survive the attack, and of course the bulk of our supply was on the other vessel. The layout of the ship, assuming that you would be boarding it, is very similar to any of our other vessels, the Armadas and Elven Man-O-Wars. Fairly straightforward. The bridge is generally near the front, cargo at the back.
Is the inside also radiant, or is
No,
it
it is
just
not.
outer protection? Okay.
It's just the
And
external.
we have these goggles that we were using before. Do you think these would help, or
She
what's the
gives
protection
she
that
gives
she
a bit
has?
of a chuckle and says, "No, those would not be
What
enough protection."
about? Could I?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm. Laughter would pipe up and say, "Yeah, I've got a spell that would allow me to see on the deck without using my eyes. Although I can only limitedly cast a few of them."
Then that would certainly help as well, but it would depend on the range of it.
So how many? She said she had a handful.
I have a dozen.
Dozen. Okay.
And she looks at you kind of apologetically and says, "Unfortunately, we don't have any in your size."
Oh.
I can cast a spell on Higgimus once he lands on the ship. That'll make him be able to see perfectly fine.
So with
Okay.
that, she requests that a couple of your crew help her bring in a small chest that was brought over from the wreckage of the shark ship.
Mm-hmm.
Doing so, she pulls out a small key and unlocks it. And inside are a dozen very similar items to what you were using on the sun side, in that they're essentially goggle type constructions with metal cups that would go over your eyes and what appear to be completely pitch black panels where the eyepieces would be.
Oh.
So the actual sunglasses.
Well, they look pitch black.
Probably
Interesting.
magic glass steel.
Out of character, it sounds a bit more like Mylar filters.
So if someone wants to try putting one on, they can do so.
Yeah,
Well-
Braxon to try putting one on.
I have another question. Will our helms person need to be wearing these when they're piloting close to the ship?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, really?
That's blinding. That makes sense.
Yeah, but
So Braxon, you reach in and pull one out and put it on, and you basically can't see hardly anything. Like, everyone around you is just a very, very vague outline.
The sunglasses.
So Braxton says, looks like we'll have to take these off as soon as we get below decks.
I'm gonna. Would our sun goggles help at all?
No, we are already told no.
No, right. Alright. I'm trying to wake up.
All right.
Right,
So
this-
in this case, I'm going to have when we get close to the ship, I'm going to have the Giff guard things below deck here, as opposed to being part of the boarding slash weapons crews and all that stuff. And then I think whoever the helms person is should have whoever's operating the helm should be using, and probably the people that can wear them. And hopefully Lafdul will be able to help me out.
She does say that just being on deck, it would not, anyone who's not looking directly at the vessel wouldn't be too adversely affected. It's more any weapons crew targeting the vessel or anyone boarding the vessel that would be affected. So she
Alright.
as long as she gets them all back after the mission, she's fine with you distributing them as needed amongst your crew as you feel it would be
what
advisable.
kind of?
So there's only 12.
Yes.
There's 5 of us who can wear them normally. So it means that an extra 6 crew members can wear it. So that's 1 weapon. How many weapon crews is that?
Wait, which one of us can't wear it normally?
Higgimus.
Oh, right.
Oh, does it
Ted's too
interfere
big.
with helmet use?
No, they can be depending. Well, it depends on the helmet.
What about my full
Ockar,
helm?
because you got the biggest helmet. Although that tends to go over most things.
Your helmet has a visor, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Most armors
Then
do.
no, you could use it. It's just that you would have to set the visor in the up position and basically lock it in place.
Okay.
Would they fit under Braxton's helmet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
As
you've
long
got
as
an
it doesn't
open
go
faced
under-
helmet, so.
Yeah.
What kind of? Lafdul asks the second lieutenant.
Mhm.
What's a ship made out of? I assume this is. What do I know of elven ships? They're normally like plant life, like.
She does tell you that it is a living ship, like
Oh, would
like
I know my
elves.
entanglement spell would work?
No, entangle does not work on elven vessels.
Really?
No.
I
You need
thought it was
actual
a-
plant growth. Not, I mean, like the type of plant that it is not really affected by many of the plant spells.
All right, that's good to know. That's why I'm asking, I suppose. Oh, what?
So keep in mind that these do have like full cups, so that when they're over you, there's no, it's not like glasses where there's space that's at the sides. It's a full cup.
Like goggles.
Yeah.
So the safety, sun goggles. They are modern day sun goggles.
I'm re-rolling my good berries because I did it wrong last time, in case
Okay.
people wonder why. I forgot to do that, because 57 was the wrong... yeah, I think that's 20. Ugh. Oh well.
All right.
How many people does it take to crew one of our weapons?
Depends on the weapons. Which weapons are you asking about?
Well, only one person needs to fire. The rest needs to reload the weapon.
No, but you do need them all.
Catapults, probably.
Heavy catapult?
Yeah.
That is 5.
5. Do all 5 people need to have
Yes.
their goggles on to fire? How about the ballista?
Are they heavy or medium ballista?
I think they're mediums.
Mediums are 2, heavy are 4.
Let me double check. Yeah, they're medium ballistas.
Okay, so that's 2.
Alright, so probably better to just use the medium ballistas in this case.
Okay.
We have more of them, right? Basically. I think
So
we
that'd be
don't-
4. 4 and 5 is 9. So there's 3 more, right?
Yeah, and you need at least one for whoever's on the helm.
1 for all in the helm, so 2 more.
And if you had, if you were gonna like take the shuttle off, then a helmsman on that one would also need to have one. But that's
Alright.
kind of I mean, you haven't really done that before, so it's kind of an FYI.
Well, that is a choice. We could actually go up to the ship with our shuttle rather than our main ship.
The
true.
the shuttle will be torn apart unless it's distracted with the main ship, but it's a good call for boarding.
What's the tonnage of this ship?
She tells you that it's significantly smaller than Elven Man of War. It's a little bit smaller than Shrike Ship, so that'll give you an idea.
How big is the strike ship?
Shrike ships are 30.
30?
Yeah.
Smaller than that.
A bit smaller.
25.
So our shuttle is actually comparable in size.
It only has one weapon though.
Yeah, but we can't crew more than that. Much more than that. I think if we're going
Alright, in
we
that
want
case, here's what I have. The 2 ballistas on the Dolphin shuttle. And the Dolphin... Or not the Dolphin shuttle, sorry. The... what's this thing called? The Hilt. The 2 ballistas on that have those operating, shooting at this ship, and then we take the shuttle in to board.
You only have 1 ballista on the shuttle.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say is on the
Top bit.
the main
Two,
Dolphin ship.
Okay, the lookout
main Dolphin
platforms.
ship. Yeah, have that just like fire on the bad people with its ballistas.
Bad
if it can.
people.
And and
Lafdul's
then take
amused by this.
take our shuttle in and to use that to board. Does that
Okay.
sound all right with everybody?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then you guys can fire the ballista that's on that thing.
once we get on
you
board.
guys could fire it.
Well, you're coming with us, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I can't see the thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you won't be able to.
Once we get on board, we want to go below decks as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So there's going to be more of these goggles on there. Is this Elorinor that's talking to us?
Alorna, yeah.
Alorna, sorry. Is there? Are you able to give us the exact location of the room where more of these will be stored?
She says, "No, I can't. I do not know exactly where. I've only been on that a few times. I served on the other vessel."
Right.
Oh.
And they might move things around anyway. Assuming that your crew's been captured and not murdered, where do you think they would be imprisoned?
If it were me, I would probably put them in the cargo hold at the back.
Right.
I ask a question, and I hope this isn't too upsetting to her. Were any of the people who recently died in less than a week, are any of them intimately familiar with that ship?
She thinks for a moment and says, "I don't believe so."
Who was piloting the ship? How long? I assume they died straight away.
Yeah,
Yes.
so they would be too far gone.
Yeah. Lafdul would offer the potential possibility out of the people that have died within less than a week. If there are any of them that might have relevant information for us, I can ask a couple of questions to them. If you think that there might be someone, I'm just putting it on the table.
You think that she's kind of like going through a mental checklist of who died after the initial
I'm only
attack.
limited, to this week.
And she says, they were pretty much all just regular crew members, a couple of the Marines.
Oh.
I mean, you could try it, but I don't know that any of them would have any information that you'd be looking for.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know how long it's going to take for us to find the ship at the same time, so I want to be ready for combat, ideally.
And while we're having this conversation, we're following that point, right?
You haven't actually left yet. I mean, this is just a few minutes, so...
Okay. I'm going to start signaling the helms person to start heading towards the direction of that light.
Okay, that will be Nor on the helm right now. And,
We're in the helms room anyway, so... We're all in the helms room currently, aren't we?
Yeah.
Or are we on the bridge? Is
Well,
the bridge a helms room in this?
Yeah, on this vessel, yeah. Okay, so you get underway, and any preparations that you want to make?
So you said that the crew on the ship, as long as they weren't trying to look directly at the ship, would be fine to operate on the deck?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it would be like a really incredibly bright light in the area, but as long as you're not looking directly at it, it's just like incredibly bright light.
So they would be able to repel boarders still, right?
Unless if the boarders are not coming from that vessel. I mean, obviously,
Okay.
if the you pull up alongside that vessel or they pull up alongside you and they start boarding, then you're kind of looking at that vessel.
Okay. In that case, I'll go with again what I was saying before about having the Giff guard places below deck and that sort of thing. The helms person, guard that person, our treasure room or vault, I should say.
So, well, keep in mind
that sort of
that I mean your Giff are better fighters than your regular crew.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but
the penalties applying to them would not be as negative as the penalties applying to your regular crew.
That's true.
Well,
Okay.
he still wants those places guarded anyways, especially the helms person, because we had a bad experience with that.
Sure, I mean, you could definitely have a few elsewhere. I'm just saying that I would recommend against having all of your Giff not there.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yes,
I think we need to review the attack on the two elven ships and see if we can infer what sort of magical weapons the enemy have.
All right.
I was thinking what took out the strike ship was a spell, probably.
Yeah. So they managed to get past this light thing, so they've got something that defeats that.
Maybe.
Maybe they teleported on board.
I doubt it. I think they flew on board with the strike ship.
Can she describe what happened there again?
Yeah, just a second.
Was it just like a flyby attack or what?
Yeah, so, the way she described it was that, a domed flitter just appeared out of nowhere right in front of the Shrike ship, and then the Shrike ship was rocked by, lightning and fire. And that destroyed the bridge.
A domed flitter.
This was while they were investigating a galleon, and then the galleon rammed the Shrike ship, and she doesn't know what happened after that.
So flitters aren't normally domed, are they?
Not normally. That is a pretty common thing for Drow to do. I mean, like you would know that.
Yeah.
Also,
So it must have been a drow ship.
Is
well,
it
not
normally
necessarily,
uncommon?
but basically any light-sensitive creatures who would get their hands on a flitter would make it domed. So illithids are also known to, when on the they're certainly not as common users of flitters, but they would also oftentimes dome a flitter because there's no real below decks on a flitter.
Well, I could imagine the drow being more likely to do it since they have vendettas against elves.
This doesn't seem like an accidental stumbling onto this ship by someone.
No, it sounds like they were prepared and waiting.
Well, that's a given. But I guess I would say in this case here, just have our I forget which one we named the ship. The dolphin itself. Have that be ready to repel any of.
It is the hilt and the blade, I believe.
Yeah, the blade is the dolphin. The hilt is the shuttle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the blade then. Okay. In that case, we need to have the blade ready to repel the ship in case it comes at. And let that be the focus of the blades, keeping other ships away from us while we try to board and capture the elven ship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because it could be multiple ships. It's a good call.
Well, certainly if the blade can grapple the ship, it'll stop it getting away.
The flitter wasn't destroyed, right?
Not as far as she knows.
Okay.
She doesn't know what happened to it. I assume that they used the flitter to board and take over the other ship.
Yeah, but the flitter's got quite a small crew. So
Would have been
we're
real
either
easy
talking...
to take it over if they had an inside person on the
Well,
inside.
considering the description of fire and lightning, I imagine they must have had a decently strong wizard.
Well, they've taken out a lot of the crew on one ship, so they could have taken out a similar amount on the other ship with the same techniques.
I don't think they wanted to damage the ship.
No, I don't think they wanted to damage the ship. We need to try to estimate the tactics they're going to use to defend themselves, because I think it's going to be quite important with Levitt and Lafdul knowing what to expect and to be able to try to counteract it.
Well, I don't know much about spells, so I'm going to leave that to them to figure out the best method for spells.
Well, they use lightning.
Yeah, I mean, it's all finger waggling to me.
Yeah.
Finger waggling.
Finger waggling that leads to death.
Sometimes.
Yes, Lafdul goes that as he claps his hand together.
Sometimes it leads to love.
Yes, that too. It also leads to profit. So also remarks.
So I wonder if those rods that we recovered from Redall could help.
Well, I mean, you'd have to think of a way to use them, or try to use
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, they're grounding rods, but you need to have a place to ground the electricity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would work on a planet, not here.
I was kind of hoping that they would absorb the lightning, but back on Radold, it seemed that the lightning went into them and then came straight back out. I mean, certainly it would be great if we could just point those at people and bounce lightning back at them.
I don't think it works that way.
I might give it a go. It might be worth an experiment. I can always club them over the head with one.
Yeah, they look like they'd hurt someone, no doubt.
Yeah, they would function as clubs, which I don't believe you're proficient with, but everyone is familiar with clubs, so...
It's only a -2 instead of a -4.
No,
So
minus
-1
one
for
instead of
him.
-2 for
Oh, okay.
for
My
Braxon.
bad.
All right. Well, any other questions for Alorna or the other Elven crew? If you want to try to get more information.
Could we get you to sketch a layout of the ship at some
I
point?
don't think they're in any conditions sketch, are they?
She kind of does. It looks, Braxon, you're familiar with Menowar, so the layout is very similar.
Right.
Well, hey, now we have a rough map that we can follow.
Yeah.
Cargo hold is in
So-
the back. It's not it doesn't have two decks like the Manowar, but the top deck is open. She does tell you that. Let's see. The vessels. Well, that one is armed with 3 light ballistae and 3 light catapults.
Mm-hmm.
Light weapons, so they'll be able to fire more often than we will, but they do less damage. They're not as hard hitting.
Yeah, but if we're going in with a smaller ship, which, if I've been listening, we are, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's the plan,
Then our little ship doesn't really have that much hull points.
It's got plenty. It's got 20.
And light ballistae do not do hull damage. They're anti-personnel weapons.
It's not damaged right now, right?
No.
None of your vessels are damaged.
Okay, somebody didn't update the health points on the shuttle. That's why I was asking. I was just checking things.
Okay. Also, keep in mind that everyone has been fully healed, so you can make sure that all you guys are at full hit points.
Mm-hmm.
I see that Ockar is still showing as injured, so might want to get that fixed.
Oh, right. Plus, should be good now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm thinking when we go aboard, we want to get to the helm room, take down the helm. They're probably going to have their own defense on the helm room. I don't know if they'd have taken another type of helm on board.
Can I...
Yeah.
Sorry, how many days ago was this? When they actually attacked their ship?
It was about 8 days ago.
8, oh. It's like, yeah, all my spells are just going to run out, so I'm just going to prepare some refreshments.
Oh, I mean,
Refreshing them.
well,
I'm not going to find them in 2 days or 3 days, basically.
well, no. So, the attack on the ship was 8 days ago. I haven't advanced any time since the day you found.
Yeah, I know that,
You
but
know,
by the
we're
time
not going to find them in 1 or 2 days.
Well,
Yeah,
you might find them
so
in 1 or 2 days. You don't know. The device doesn't give you any indication.
Oh,
Well, the
fuck,
main-
they did.
The main thing is they've had 8 days to prepare a defense.
They might not be expecting to, though. I point out the attack went off without a hitch. As far as they're concerned, there might not have been any survivors.
Mm.
Am I the
Well-
only open priest?
Yes.
Uh,
I mean, what I would recommend for the spellcasters is get the spells that you want ready, and then just be ready.
yeah.
I think Lafdul's thinking about his temporary healing potions.
Yeah, I know. It's just one of those things. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's unfortunate.
Okay. Are you guys ready to just sail on until you find them?
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
let's...
can't think of any questions. I'm gonna be on the lookout for the ship on my
I
watch.
say that I'm going to be taking complete combat spells. There's no preparatory. Well, I'm gonna do my temporary healing potions tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, how many
Yeah.
healing potions are left? Temporary healing potions. How long?
Well, if he's going to refresh them all tomorrow, then it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
They've still got 3 days on them, but I'm
So
going
if
to
this
refresh them
ship is-
tomorrow.
If this
Go
ship
on.
is just 2 decks, it's not going to have reverse gravity.
No, the ballast and some extra cargo are basically the reverse gravity,
Yeah.
she says.
So I'm thinking it's just room clearance. Do the people on your other ship have uniforms so that we can recognise them?
Yes,
Gross.
yes, we do. And she kind of points to her own uniform that
I
she's
point
wearing.
out, they've had 8 days with that ship. The enemy might be wearing those uniforms.
That's true. That's true.
If they try to attack you,
Yeah, probably.
if they have weapons and they try to attack you, they're probably bad guys.
Yeah,
We-
but they might also have tried mind control on people. So we want to try and take friendly people alive if they've been mind controlled.
There's something we've not necessarily overlooked, but something that we might want to consider is the fact that they don't know that. Because we don't have any flags of like the Elven Navy or anything. We're just another random ship. They're not going to know who we are.
No, that's true.
So when they go to parlay, so to speak, which they may actually try and do,
Yeah,
we might just be able to get really close to them.
that's possible. We could also
They're a small ship.
We could also try and paint our ship black before we get there.
Yeah,
No.
we don't
It
have
would-
that much
no,
paint.
you-
We're talking.
I mean,
like,
you don't have
cargo full.
Yeah. You don't have paint for that. Even if you did, it would take more
100
than
tons.
a couple days to paint the entire vessel. Okay, so the standard shifts are the way that you set them a while back. Shift 1, Nor, Ockar, Higgimus, and Leva, and Shift 2 is Nemariel, Yeldan, Braxon, Lafdul.
Tomorrow I am gonna use 2 glyphs of wardings, and the idea is for this scenario, at least until the end of this scenario, that's how long they're gonna last. Once we get back to like another pulse, so to speak, campaign, on our way back to Broad, and I would spell them. But because we're going into a potential combat situation, that's why I want to have them up. So I want to have. I'm obviously putting this forward to our crew, our officers, and to Higgimus and to Braxon to sort out the crew so they're aware of this. So I'm going to be casting it in a couple of glyphs of warding. One's going to be on the treasury room, and one's going to be in the helm room.
Okay.
So basically, you need to make sure the crew know of this.
And you know the command word to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a command word based one.
Okay.
Who do we have who brings food in, or do we bring the food in?
I mean, keep in mind that there are 3 ways into the helm room.
The idea is I'm going to cast it right where the helm is, basically.
Do we
Helm's
have
preference.
nice secure bolts on all the doors to the helm room?
You don't bolt the doors.
What do you mean you don't bolt the doors?
Well, sorry.
Because what if you need to
did you mean
escape the
locking?
room?
Yeah.
What if
Why
you
would
need
you
to run?
lock the room? That's generally a bad idea on ships.
Well, you're putting wards on here, and Higgimus is having guards here, so that we can stop people coming in and murdering our helmsman if we try to board the other ship and they counterboard.
I mean, we could temporarily blockade those doors and funnel the attack through one way.
I'm sure
Yeah.
all the doors have a latch of some sort. maybe not the most like sturdy, robust thing in the world.
Well, we've got time to build something.
I mean, the concern is always in such a case that if there's a fire in a room that's locked and the fire control crew can't get to it, then that's gonna, I mean, if a fire engulfs an entire room, your ship is probably not going to survive that after that, because it's just too much to put out at that point, except with magic.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with bolting doors and stuff like that.
On wooden ships. If this was metal, if these were metal ships, it'd be a different story.
Well, even so, you'd still generally have wooden beams and everything like that. So, okay. Well, I'm satisfied with that. What kind of damage are you having the glyphs do?
I am having it cause blindness.
Okay, just blindness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's a good
that
call.
is fine.
That way, there's no risk of destroying the helm.
Yeah, and I can always reverse the blindness over time anyway if it's accidentally.
All right, that sounds good.
Can I cast it on the helm, or would I have to cast it around the helm?
I'd have to look over the specific description of the spell.
Well, I probably come up, but
I mean, it's normally cast on a container or on a portal. So, just putting it in what kind of amounts to the middle of the room is a little bit abnormal. So I don't know. I'd have to look at because you normally have to cross the thing, like either reaching into a container, opening a container, or
I could put it on the main doorway actually.
Yeah, I mean,
and the other two won't be warded, but
yeah. All right,
well, I might be able to ward them over.
Does anyone think we get away with pretending we're on their side?
And that's a perfectly valid option. I wouldn't say on their side. We'd just be another ship.
To a certain extent, whether you can or not would be based entirely on what the situation is when you arrive.
Mm. Yep. Well, we have 3 elves in our crew. We might want to hide you.
Lafdul can make himself look not like an elf.
You're quite good with heraldry, aren't you, Higgimus?
Yeah.
Mind you, we don't know. We don't know who they're working for.
Like I said, they might attack us on sight.
They might attack us on sight.
We won't know until we get there.
No, I was just thinking we could pass ourselves off as.
We don't know who these people are.
But regardless,
signal them to let them know that we're on their side.
Yeah.
Are they going to automatically be expecting new people? I mean,
they're expecting some kind of retaliation.
Yeah,
but they got away pretty damn good. If they might not be expecting survivors.
We could possibly signal to them on the way in.
Why would we want to do that? Are we just trying to take the ship back?
We would have to have a reason for it.
As a delaying tactic.
Right, but
on
so I'm not, I mean that absolutely may work and that may absolutely be a good idea, but you really won't know if that's even an option until you get there and can survey.
We might just show up and they'll start attacking us. We need a plan for that.
Well,
they might.
Yeah.
I'm saying that don't formulate a plan that hinges on like these 3 possibilities when there's like 100 other possibilities. That means that plan doesn't matter. Don't spend 20 minutes on something that there's only 3 out of 100 chance that you can even implement it.
The plan never survives the first contact with the enemy anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, once again, the idea is we're going in. If they are hostile, fine. Way we do it is we're going to use the shuttle to get in close and board with us, the player characters, and then we'll use the blade to repel any other ships that come at us and that sort of thing.
I think it's safe to assume they are hostile, considering everything.
I think so too. If
we know they're hostile.
If they do start to try to signal us, then we'll muddle through that.
What I'm thinking is if we signal very slowly, we can waste a slight bit of time.
Do we need to waste any time?
Well,
Close the distance.
anytime they spend wondering whether we're on their side or not, is time they're not firing at us.
All right, we can signal them when we get there.
I think we should. If we're doing that, we should only have the dolphin do that while the other ship sneaks around or something.
Mm-hmm.
We can't hide the other ship. Point that out.
All right.
If we can't hide the other ship, then we may as well just go in and have the dolphin start opening fire on them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Like I said, there might be more than one ship there when we arrive.
Yes, Leva.
As a matter of preparation, Leva would like to cast strings on Braxon, and she would like to cast Omen as well to see whether we are under a good star or not.
Okay, and Braxon.
It's a day advancing, is it? Or not?
This is still the same day. I'll tell you when a day advances. Braxon, you are at 1860.
1860. Wow. Top.
Okay.
Spice up in.
And Omen.
You should probably have all the strength scores written out on your character by now.
The Omen reveals that it is a auspicious period. You do get an auspicious omen.
Auspicious.
Things are positive for you.
Oh, so it means we might catch them with their pants down.
Yeah, similar with my augury where saying time was of the essence, so faster we are, the better.
Okay, so you get underway. A day passes without any change in the direction that you're going. Nothing. You don't see anything of note. You don't encounter another vessel.
Alright.
However, Ockar, on your shift, give me an intelligence check.
Oh no!
Yay! I will
That's
not
my
have
bad
rank
one.
combat spells.
I have you listed as the lookout on the first shift, so.
Yeah. Intelligence 11.
Oh. Only 11? I thought you had higher than that.
Okay. All right. That day passes without incident, and
for a point of
11
reference,
is my crap score. All my other scores are at least 15 or above.
that's fine.
So obviously Higgimus is acting this out. I want the glyphs on the doors.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
And
I've had a thought, Ald.
Yeah.
The weapon of this ship is that it's very bright.
Okay, go on.
So it would possibly look like a star in the sky from quite a distance.
Okay.
We're at Spelljammer.
yeah.
So you're on the second shift. On your shift, is there something that you want to do or
I'm
say?
going
Yeldan
to...
is the one who's normally on lookout.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm gonna instruct all the sailors to look out for stars that are moving. And
all right, Yeldan, give me an intelligence check, and there is a bonus, which will be a -2 to your roll.
So,
all right. Yeah. After discussing that with Yeldan, Yeldan goes up on lookout, and he pretty quickly realizes that the other stars are shifting slightly, as you move through space.
Mm-hmm.
But there is one directly ahead.
Oh.
And over the course of his shift, it does appear to be getting brighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I pointed out.
So it is impossible to say exactly how far away it is.
But we're getting closer, so which means they're not moving away from us, at least.
And you do know that, I mean, like, that's what you're going towards.
Yeah. Is Lafdul doing his praying in with the elves?
Lafdul's looking after all the elves, etc. During
He's performing his duties as the ship's cleric.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, but you might convert a couple of them.
They're already following the elven faiths. I don't specifically need them to follow my one,
Right.
as long as they're following the elven faiths.
Yeah, I mean, they'll call on Erevan in times that they feel he would benefit them. All right, so moving into the second day.
We'll obviously we'll brief the other shift.
I never.
The star.
Obviously, the 7 IPM to you all about those medical supplies. I've deducted the cost on them, but should I write them on my character sheet, or should it be wrote on the ship cargo or something?
You're the one that keeps track of them, so
Alright.
you keep
How
track of
many
that.
out of 100 would I have used? I mean, there's 8 people. I mean, they were just general healing supplies.
Ask me after the session. I mean, you bought so many of them that there's no way that you'd be going through all of them in this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless, like, literally every single person on your crew needs it.
No, it's more of a case of wondering if it's more than one use per person, or if it's just literally one use per person.
It would generally be one use per person over a few days at least, so... you don't. I mean, they've gone a number of days, so it's not like you really need to change dressings every day. Sort of
it's
thing,
just
like that,
amounts to like disinfectants and bandages, etc. Meaning whatever that is back then.
Okay. So the first shift on the second day, you can definitely tell that you're getting closer, but by the end of the first shift, you're not there. So it is second shift when you definitely do close in on your target, and you drop out of spelljamming speed some distance away.
Can we tell that's going to happen before we get there in order to warn the first shift people?
Not exactly, but I mean, you drop out a spelljamming ship a fair distance away. So
Yeah.
Oh my good
I'm
birds!
gonna
have a
start.
single
I'm
day
gonna
left.
first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look around with my spyglass for any other ships in the immediate area.
okay, well, hold on a second.
Oh, it's only been 2 days. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
2 days.
Oh,
Second day.
I got 2
So
days
we
left.
have
in the
4
birds.
days left on the potion.
No, I refreshed it yesterday.
Yeah, no.
I've only lost 1 day.
Well, if we've dropped out spelljamming speed, then so have they. So they'll know we're here.
Yeah, that's why the first thing I'm doing is checking for other ships.
Except you caught up to them. Spelljamming speed is the same.
Yeah, so which means they were stationary.
Ah.
Or they're within the vicinity of other ships, which is why I'm looking for other ships.
So there is a very, very bright light. I kind of just tossed in a glow on something. So Yeldan, you are using your spyglass. Are you also doing anything else?
No, I'm taking priority of checking for other ships that may be in the area.
Okay. You do not see anything else in the outside of the proximity of the extremely bright light ahead of you. But you can't see anything around that bright light because of how bright it is.
Yeah.
Braxton's going to put on a pair of the goggles.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was going to be my next action. Was first see if there's any other ships in further away from it, and then we'll put on the goggles to look at the ship.
Okay. So Braxton, you put on your goggles. You can see the outline, the brightness gets dramatically lessened. And Yeldan, you put on your pair and take another look. And what you see is, in fact, you can now make out that vessel. It is an elven vessel. It looks, very much like a butterfly. You could still, even with these goggles, you can tell that it is extremely bright, that there is this glow coming off of the entire surface. However, it appears to be pulled up alongside a death spider, which we've seen before.
Death spider. We got
However, there's something strange about the death spider. Give me a wisdom check.
All right. Wisdom 16, if I recall.
Okay. You're looking at the death spider in more detail, and most of the legs are gone. You realize, and the domes are retracted. So it is open. However, you are too far away to see exactly, much else other than that. Let me go ahead and take this away.
Death spider, but it's not. It seems heavily damaged? Question mark.
Oh, they're dismantling it. They've been staying still for a while. I'm on this shift.
Yeah.
I believe. They might be trying to put one ship inside another.
Possible, yeah. Would this ship fit inside the dome of a death spider?
No.
No, the death spider legs are missing, and the domes are open on the death spider.
Yeah, I was just wondering if they were taking the dome off in order to hide this one inside.
No, this would be much too big to fit inside.
Or they're cannibalizing the death spider.
They might have had a fight with the death spider.
What's death spiders normally food by Neogi and Drow?
Neogi, yes, normally, but...
Oh, wow, you actually have art that shows the legs missing.
Yeah, I just modified it a little bit.
Huh.
You prefer the
so
it's
that's
called Photoshop.
That's that, and you guys are over here. So you may need to zoom out a bit. So you've dropped out, and you've spent the first couple minutes looking at this this thing from a distance.
Yeah, Braxon will send someone to wake up Higgimus and the others.
Okay. All right, so keep in mind that donning your armor will take time. There are crew members to help you if you need it.
Yeah.
Alright, for the players, each player I would have given out 3 good berries to each one. I would have kept 5 on me.
Okay.
How many good berries?
You got 3 for each person.
3 good berries.
They heal a hit point, but you can only eat 1. Actually, I think you can eat handfuls.
You can eat handfuls.
Yeah,
so
eat up to 8.
it's going to take 5 rounds to get plate armor on for Higgimus and Ockar.
I don't need to put my armor on.
You're not going to put your armor on?
I don't think I need it. I got my... Well...
I would get your armor on.
You want me to get my armor on? Alright, I'll do that.
I'm gonna get my armor on.
Better
You
AC.
got Braxon. He's commanding while you're getting your armor on. You not rely on Braxon.
Sure.
What could possibly go wrong?
He's your second.
Ram the
or first
dolphin
officer.
into the ship.
All right, so you're basically just hanging in space this far away. You're too far away to make out much on these vessels, especially with the brightness.
Should we not necessarily go on an intercept course, but just fly past, just see how they react? They might not even react to us, they're just curious.
They might need to, well, depending on what they're doing, they might not. It depends on how good the lookout is.
Yeah. Thing is, if we're not going directly for them, they might not immediately do anything, so to speak.
Let's get closer first.
Or we can just go straight for them. Go the element of surprise.
We kind of do have the pants. It looks like we kind of caught him off guard, so let's go. I think we just go straight
I think
for
we
it.
should actually just go straight for them.
Yeah.
Okay, then hold on a second. Let me go ahead and...
No need
this
to
up.
even take off the hill.
Who's
It's me doing an arrow. I'm just trying to work out.
who's on the helm at the moment? Because it'd be not. I don't think it'd be not. It'd be one of the others.
Nemeriel is on the helm.
Oh, is she the 5th level wizard or 4th
No,
level?
she's the 4th level wizard.
Yeah.
Varadra
It is a
is
major
the
help,
5th
though.
level dwarven priest. So you're planning to just move in closer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we shout for downstairs to start barricading up the?
No need. we're
I'm
not
not.
being boarded.
Yeah, preparatory. That was all.
All right, so go ahead and roll initiative. You're getting a... Let's see, where is the maneuverability modifier for that?
Lafdul's gonna pray to the elven deities while this is going on.
Yeah, Braxon to call all crew to stations, I suppose.
You've got a maneuverability class D on your vessel, correct?
Yeah, we got the sales of maneuverability on there. So.
All right, so
I'll double check. I think it was written on.
all right. Well, someone roll initiative. Click on the token for the ship, and then use the initiative macro with a plus 12.
Plus 12?
Plus 12, I believe.
Oh, somebody beat me to it.
Somebody beat me to it as well.
Okay.
We should be able to tell from the colour of the die.
Oh yeah, you should.
That was me.
And she was
well,
asleep.
No, we don't have. We have a rudder of speed. What we have.
That was sleepwalking.
There we go. Did you guys catch that?
You said we have a rudder of speed.
Yep. Not the cells of maneuverability, but the rudder of speed. So I think that just means we move one extra hex.
All right, let me just get these things into my turn tracker. All right.
Hey, Braxon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, since the blade, since the blade is going to be focusing on keeping other ships away from us, because that flare is bound to be out there somewhere. The catapults could there could still be people crewing the catapults, as long as they're not looking directly at that ship.
That's true. And we could get them to attack the
Death
flitter.
Shadow.
Anything in close proximity, basically anything within the same firing arc. So you should have that handout that I gave a very, very long time ago of the firing arc.
It's on roll 20.
Yeah. So if you're close enough now that if you are firing at another ship that's in the same firing arc as the Radiant vessel, you're going to be taking penalties to hit because it's so bright.
Okay. All right.
But if something came at you from the side, and if like you're firing for, if the Radiant ship is ahead and something comes at you from the side, no penalties.
Okay.
Or the rear.
I think I'm slightly more worried about the Death Spider than the Flitter.
Yeah.
remember how they described the attack? The flitter was used for a surprise attack. So keep an eye out for it. But
All right. So go ahead and move.
Right.
So how many hexes do we move?
3.
3.
And
I'll let
turning-
you do the moving, Braxon.
Turning uses up
'cause I'm
one of
still
the
doing mine.
SR.
Turn and use his 1 SR, does it?
Yeah.
Alright. Ping.
So you just move straight ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go
We're not
ahead and
moving at him yet.
roll initiative. You're still not close enough to make out too much.
That's fair.
Did you say plus 12?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and move.
Hey, Odd, for what equates to praying for a miracle? Is that done once per turn, or is it once per day kind of thing?
It's a deity is pretty much never going to respond to you more than once per day.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, how often can I do it? For example, as
Well, I mean,
we're
you
moving
could do it.
on.
You could do it every second of every day, but
No. As we're going into this combat situation, I'm saying that Lafdul's doing this. Does this equate to more than one die roll?
No.
So it's
Brax.
just one for the...
unless the
Sorry.
situation changes completely.
Braxton's going to send out a signal.
What? No.
Can you see it? Can you see us? Please respond. But he'll send it out without. Yeah. He'll just send out a sort of generic thing.
You're trying to signal them.
Yeah.
Why?
They haven't
he's
We
reacted.
come
had
on.
to
Commanding.
jump on them.
He's commanding, so let him decide.
They're going to see us anyway.
Yeah, but this gives them. They'll have less time to
well.
prepare. They don't know about us.
Okay, Yeldan, I assume that you've been keeping your eye on them with the
Yeah.
Okay. Yeldan, you now see a flurry of activity on their ship, on the vessels. You can't really make out what you're facing, but they're definitely humanoid. And if you had to guess, you would say, based on the general size of everything, they're elf-human-sized-ish, somewhere in there.
Okay.
But that's about all you can tell.
Humanoid
Right
figures.
They're probably drow.
Like any Neogi or
so they're humanoid figures, and they're about human or elf-sized, you think. So that would rule out Neogi and Umber Hulks.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like I don't think they're Neogi or Umber Hulk.
Unless, of course, they're, below decks inside stuff. However, Yeldan, looking at the, now that you've closed in, looking at the Death Spider, that thing is heavily damaged. Like, not just the domes are retracted, the legs are missing. You're seeing pretty big holes in a number of places on this thing. This thing has seen a lot of combat at some point in the past. Impossible to say whether that was yesterday or 100 years ago, however.
Okay.
Could be a pirate base.
Okay, so go ahead and roll initiative.
And they see their and activities reacted, so I think Braxon, you tipped them off.
Yeah, well.
Nah,
He
you
was
don't know
commanding.
You don't know that.
It was after he started signaling that.
They'd have seen us at some point.
Yeah, but we
would've
could have
had
gotten the
that.
drop on them and bombarded them before they reacted.
All right,
Nah.
so initiative.
That's what that 16 is there, right?
That's
No,
from the
that's-
last round.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so I think we'll go 2, and then we'll turn face.
Okay.
All right.
Could probably start firing on them, maybe.
I mean, you can, but you're
12, 11 or to 12 hexes
Our
away.
crew's going to be blinded.
well. I mean,
Well-
so once something is outside of the main range, then the missile weapon, the ammunition has its own THAC0 for hitting. Like if there's just missiles firing through space, and you're in a big thing, you're moving back and forth, and you come around and end up in a missed shot direction, it has a new THAC0, not based on the attack roll that you make. So you can fire, and you'll just have a much different chance of hitting, kind of thing. So it's not
are we
based
able
on
to move this way?
So Braxton's going to send out a signal. Imperative, please respond.
Okay.
Are we able to move in this direction next time?
You have to move on the hexes.
Yeah.
So it would be like
That's why Braxton
this?
heard when he did.
I mean, you can go down one hex and turn, then over and then down, kind of thing. So, I mean...
So no diagonal movement in the way I was showing. Okay.
No.
It's because it's hex-based, but otherwise we would be moving diagonally towards them.
Alright, so you've moved, and... Yeldan, you are now close enough to see that in the open deck, on the back of the Death Spider, there is a flitter, and some of the activity does appear to be moving towards that.
Okay, spotted the flitter. It's the dome flitter. It's dome flitter, right?
Any
it's
communication
hard to say.
coming back?
It's just basically there is a giant butterfly sitting on the open back deck of the Death Spider. You assume it's a flitter.
Yeah. Spotted the flitter on the Death Spider.
And no, they have not communicated back. However, you are kind of staring into the sun.
Yep.
So it's kind of hard to see. Even with your...
Lafdul's getting his goggles on.
Okay.
No. And he's going up to the deck. He has prayed, and he's coming up. Like for success or wrath, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, at the end of this round, Higgimus and Ockar can come up to deck. Go ahead and
As I'm coming up, I'm going to be putting my goggles on.
I think
Go ahead,
Lafdul's going
Braxon.
to remark that you look like a giant tinker gnome with those goggles on.
A heavily armored giant tiger gnome.
So
Go ahead and roll
that,
initiative, Braxon.
Sorry?
Go ahead and roll initiative. I'm not going to be there until the end of the round.
Oh, okay.
Lava,
Hmm.
did you cast any preparatory spells today?
I didn't hear her say that.
Yeah, that's why neither did I. That's why I'm asking it now.
She probably would have cast Deep
Alright,
Pockets.
yeah.
But
That's it.
she didn't
No,
say
no,
anything.
that was...
Nope, didn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
No reason for deep pockets if we are on the ship anyway.
True.
so you
True.
got a 20 again.
Mm.
Okay, Yeldan, you watch the flitter lift off from the back deck of the Death Spider, and then vanish from sight.
Oh, joy. It's a cloaking ship.
Okay, the flitter disappeared.
Your
Yeah,
turn.
but we've got like a device that can divine that location.
But only if we have an object from the flitter. Definitely.
Would the flitter still be in the same square? Could we shoot it?
It lifted off and disappeared. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to fire, you can, but it would take, it'd be next round before it hit. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right. And it would
we
be
would
in the
have to
same
guess.
Have you moved?
Oh,
Braxton
sorry.
hasn't just yet.
Let's go there.
Okay.
Should we raise the weapons or something?
They're already ready. The
Yeah,
crew would be on them
okay.
already.
Yeah, they would have had them all loaded. Okay, so Higgimus, you are up on deck now, as well as
Okay.
Ockar. I assume Leva has been up on deck.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Take a miss.
Really, anyone. As long as you've decided who's doing it, I don't really care.
Braxon
Wow.
says to Higgimus, I've been playing non-hostile so far. They have the flitters taken off and gone invisible. They've not fired any weapons at us yet. I've been sending ambiguous signals. They've not responded as of yet.
Okay.
That you can tell. Should probably change the color of these tokens so that I can more easily see which ones they are. And that is definitely the wrong number.
So you moving the ship now, Higgimus?
I'm waiting for Old to say it's my turn.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still rolling initiative for the other things since it's the first time that I have been able to. Okay. So as you are closing in, Yeldan, keeping an eye on the situation. You see a galleon move out from the shadow of the Death Spider. You did not see it before, in part because the masts are pretty much all gone. There are enormous holes in the hull. It is extremely damaged. But it comes out, and let's see.
I point at the galleon. They're probably gonna try to ram us with the galleon.
Yeah, they're using the galleon as a fire ship.
There we go. The Radiant vessel is also pulling away and moving out towards you. There we go. That is not the right thing.
Is that a galleon?
Yeah, the galleon. There's a galleon.
This
No
is a
mast.
galleon. This is the Radiant vessel, and this is the heavily damaged Death Spider behind it.
I think we should get the shuttle ready.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have Varadra pilot that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can make our way to the Radiant.
I would also suggest opening fire on the galleon. We might
Yeah,
destroy it before it reaches us.
sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So you've got.
Although,
Looking at the
bear in
ops.
mind,
Mhm.
doing what we're doing, we're gonna. If our helmsman goes into Spelljammer shot, that battle dolphin's just gonna be a sitting duck. Because we're taking our only other helmsman.
No,
We have three
Wait,
helmsmen.
Yeah, we have three.
Nor is out of
Isn't
spells.
one-
He can't get back on the helm.
Yeah, and we got one on each helm, or going to be one on each helm. So.
It's a
Well,
risk we're gonna have to
Well,
take.
it can't be helped.
Yeah. I'm not saying
Well,
no.
it may be
I'm
a
just
sitting
saying.
duck, but it's a
Hang on,
heavily
hang on.
armed sitting duck.
hang on. The other choice will be we stay as one ship.
And I don't think that's the best idea here.
No, I was literally just apprising people of the situation. I wasn't
Mhm.
dictating actions or anything like that.
Also, even if the Battle Dolphin ends up as a sitting duck, it's a heavily armed sitting duck with the most weapons around here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
well-
real fast. What do you have on the the dolphin shuttle on the hill? What besides
We
Veronica?
have crew-wise, is that what you're asking?
Well, no, because you had a ring that you did some experimentation with. You had, I believe,
we
the
have
rudder
the
of speed is on.
magical ballista on that one.
Okay. The rudder of speed is
And-
on the dolphin itself, correct? The blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And is anything else, or is just Varadra on? It's a minor helm, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, we use a minor helm on that one.
Okay.
No, it's a major helm, old.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so that's got an SR of 1 then right now.
Oof. I think it has higher movability, though, because
Yes,
smaller
it does.
ship. So I think that means we have a free turn.
All player characters are going to be on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you are. You had a ring that you were doing some experimentation with.
Yes,
Was that going to be on there, or was that with Numerial?
as with Mariel.
Okay.
I think the blade.
Okay. All right. So yes, the maneuverability on that is C, which is going to be initiative modifier of 11 rather than the 12 for your dolphin shuttle when you roll. And how many extra crew are going to be on that? I believe you only need 4 people, including the helmsman, to actually fly it.
We don't want to get
plus-
captured.
Plus the weapon crew for the ballista on there.
I
Right.
thought we
Maybe-
were landing the blister until we landed. How
Maybe,
many goggles have we got?
I'm
12
pretty
and
sure.
We got enough for
One crew.
the crew on the ballista here for the hilt and the helms person, and then the weapon 2 ballista weapon crews on the blade.
Other sh-
Right. So that
Plus you
kinda
guys. Not me though. I can't see.
that kind of dictates how many people we can take with us who can see.
All right. Well, okay. So you've got Varadra on the helm. You've got
The
3
people
additional
you need to
crew
crew
to pilot it. You've got 2 additional crew for the weapons, the PCs.
the PCs, a extra Giff for the helms room to guard it, and let's throw in like 10 crew to help repel boars if needed, so to speak.
Okay. And so then everyone else is on the blade itself.
Yes.
Okay.
The flitter that took off, did we see a dome on that?
No,
It was too far away for Yeldan to make it out clearly.
The instructions for the blade is for it to target all ships, not the elven one we're going for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it can
try to
order
take
it.
out the galleon before it gets to it.
All right, so you undock the hilt, and you can now move the blade.
Braxon says to Zarka, I've realised it was a mistake you not talking to one of the dead people.
Oh.
Well,
None of them had useful information from what
Well,
we
no, it's not that he didn't have useful information. It was beyond my power to get out anything useful out of the people that would have had information.
Give me
Well-
a second here.
what if the ship we're going up against is not been captured and the one that we rescued has not got elves on it?
No, because we used mind read and detect evil intent.
You did? Right, okay.
I used mind read, I would have picked up on something.
Fair enough.
Oh wait, we can't move the hilt yet, can we?
No.
Okay. And have the dolphin fire all weapons on the, or what's the range on all the weapons?
6. Well, no. The ballistas are 6. The catapults are 5.
Okay, so they're close enough. All right. Fire all weapons onto the
galleon.
galleon there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that
Uh,
is going to be a penalty to hit, but go ahead and roll for however many weapons you're firing.
You guys want to do the rolls for that? Oh, is it too late for me to
Sure.
do a leadership check?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you've gone with the...
Oh, I'm on a.
Yeah, you're on the hilt anyway.
All right. So Lafdul, Braxon, or Yeldan.
Should we do one each?
Yeah.
So are the catapults
Eh?
firing or not? Just point ask.
Yeah. All the weapons are firing.
What am I rolling? I'm rolling something.
Just roll a d20.
Yeah. Roll a d20.
That's what happens when you catch Lafdul unprepared. He rolls badly.
I don't know what weapon I'm rolling for. I'm just rolling.
I think I was
There's 2 catapults, isn't there? One more person.
one more person. Yeah. Leva, you want to roll? D20.
Just roll, Higgimus.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Higgimus, since you were directing everything, what was Braxon rolling with?
Braxton's rolling for the ballista,
Okay, so
and
medium
then Yeldan
ballista.
and Lafdul are firing the catapults.
Okay.
All right. That is going to be a hit. So, Braxon, go ahead and roll me 1d3. Okay. So, one of the ballistas up at top fires, and these crew had the goggles, correct?
Yeah, the
Yes.
ballista had the goggles.
Just want to double check. All right, so the ballista bolt flies in and slams into the hull of the galleon. You can see some wood splinter and go flying as it hits.
Has this galleon got any sails? You said it was heavily damaged.
It is
It
heavily
is.
damaged, yeah.
Does it look like it can turn?
I mean, it can turn. It just looks like it probably doesn't turn very well.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Why don't we just go straight ahead with the dolphin, so it can't turn, and we can just turn around it?
Well, we're already hitting it with weapons, so
Yeah, the
yeah, but
idea
it's
is to
gonna
just-
ram us or try
The
to.
idea
but-
is to hit it with so many to destroy it the rest of the way.
So Lafdul is the second
Before it hits.
ballista, and then Yeldan and Higgimus, you were rolling for the catapults?
Yes.
Okay. Yeldan, that catapult hit, so that is that's a heavy catapult, so 2d4 damage. Okay, one of the catapult shots slams into the stern castle and just bashes a big hole in it. This thing is it looks like it's pretty clearly just barely holding together. And Higgimus, that is going to be a miss.
Oh.
Okay.
aw.
Now, I will let you fire the weapon on the hilt if you want, or if you want to hold off, you can do so.
Go ahead and fire it now. Probably.
Let's go for it.
Alright.
Is it in range? Let me... Oh yeah, that's 6 seconds.
Well,
Okay, rolling. Oh, come on.
Ooh.
okay, that is a miss.
At least it
At
didn't
least you
break.
didn't, at least you didn't roll a 1. The weapon would have fallen over the side of the ship.
Let's see. Now, I'm gonna need an addition. Well, that'll be next round. All right. Okay. We'll go ahead and roll for initiative.
And then a plus 11 for the other one.
Yep.
Oops. Why is that copy of temp? That's not right.
What's not right?
Copy of temp.
Yeah, the name of the shuttle. That's not right.
That's the name of the ship.
I got it fixed. All right.
Oh, the hilt.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but I was probably copying it around at some point. All right, so that is going to be.
Yeah, that's back when we were considering calling ourselves the company of the temp.
Yes, clearly.
Company of the temporary temp.
That is not right. What did I roll?
I think
Okay.
that sentence needs a tent.
All right. You guys are going to go first with the blade.
All right. Think we should just have it there and have it reload? I think so.
You just want
Yeah,
to
Stan.
stay there.
I think so.
So it doesn't, to give it longer, them longer to get there. So that makes sense.
And the crews are going to be reloading, right?
Yep. You've got the
Catapults
catapults.
take 3, I think.
Yeah, they're both every 3. So.
Oh, are they?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. The radiant vessel is going to. Let me see what we got on the range. Yep. All right. So, you see it fire its catapults at your at the dolphin ship.
Mm-hmm.
What's the armor class on your ship?
The main ship.
Yeah, the blade.
5.
Okay. That is going to be a single hit. So a catapult, a light catapult shot comes in and strikes it for 2 whole points of damage.
2 hull
Okay.
points
That's not much.
So yeah, like
on the blade. What else?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a light catapult.
I mean, the blade has like 70 hull points. We should.
How
be fine.
much? No, never mind.
Oh, hey. It's in.
Hey.
How fast?
Someone's got a high-level spelljammer.
Okay, and then the galleon, that one is going to come in and that is moving at.
I'm going to be
There.
staying near Higgimus at this point because I'm going to be casting a spell on him in the next round. I
Okay.
also tell him.
So we can only move 1 square in turn, eh?
Yeah. You can always get a free turn at the end. But yeah, it is your turn now on the hilt.
All right. So,
I think we just move forward and not turn, because I think the flood is trying to board our ship.
just forward one?
That's the
Why not
radiant
turn?
ship.
Yeah, the
I
ra-
would,
your
I
radiant
would
ship.
still turn.
You think so?
Because
if
if they don't do nothing, then we can just board them.
But I think they're
around them.
gonna try to board our ship.
Yeah,
I
that's what it
think we
looks
should-
like to me.
I think we should get our main
Well-
ship to grapple them.
We don't have any way to grapple with our main ship, do we?
You got ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grapple them.
I actually
Probably
think we
grapple
should
hooks.
move the main ship away from the galleon so we don't get rammed with it.
So you move the.
Ord,
Yeah.
if one ship grapples another ship, does that stop a third ship from ramming?
No.
No.
It just
why
makes
would
both
it?
ships might
I'm
take the
asking
damage.
Ord.
So, if two ships are grappled, does it stop a third ship from ramming? No, it doesn't. But a miss with the against one may hit the second one.
Right. I think it's given the positions we've gone into, I think it's worth having the blade grapple the ship that we're trying to capture.
Or we could get the blade to hit, go into the same hex as the galleon to avoid, and go at it rather than it going at us to avoid getting hit by it.
That's a lot of damage if we get rammed.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that if we can get the blade to grapple that ship, it can't carry on moving.
It's gonna probably ram us. It's probably gonna try to grapple us or dock with us to. Or
That
something.
ship's moved up to one hex away from the blade. If the blade can move into its hex and grapple, then it's a stationary target, and we can come in and grapple as well.
All right.
And we
Well,
can
you can
have-
think about that on the next turn. For now, actually, before you do initiative, I mean, we'll keep that initiative, but give me a d20 from Higgimus and Lafdul, because your missed shots may hit the Death Spider.
Oh, that'd be good. Bonus XP.
They do not, however.
Is it basically a 20 or nothing?
Well, I mean,
It's a
armor
stationary ship, so it's a little less than that. But
armor class comes into it, but those are both misses. Okay, so
now
you've got the initiative on. Is that the hilt? Yep. All right.
Well,
the blade's going real fast.
That's always nice.
how long you? So it'll take it a
Why
while
don't we-
to reload the weapons anyway.
Well, yeah, we need one more round to
Yeah.
for the weapons finish reloading. So what's the plan?
Well, hold on. I need to roll for my stuff.
Yeah, no, but what's the plan with the ship? Are we gonna grapple the other one, or are we gonna try to get to intercept the galleon? Because remember, the orders was to deal with the other ship,
Yeah.
right? So they might not go for the radiant ship.
We need to capture the Radiant ship.
Yes, but we were
Ideally.
told the orders on the blade was to prevent the other ships from.
Can the
Here
blade
with
still
us.
ram?
The blade can't ram. You can grapple.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, if you try to ram, you're crashing because you don't have a ram.
Yeah,
Okay.
We need to
could
buy a
grapple.
ram.
Crashing
Well-
would do more damage to them than to us.
Yeah, but
But we may also kill everybody on board.
Crashing also
Okay, we
causes a lot of damage to your own vessel, even if it's against
yeah.
something smaller.
ramming's not an option for the blade at this stage, so let's forget about that for now. We have the ability, if we have the initiative over them, to get the blade into their hex and to stop the Radiant ship from moving.
Yeah, that's probably
That allows us to come in and grapple with our other ship. It does mean, of course, that the galleon can still try and attack us, but we've also got weapons. If we grapple the Radiant ship, does that prevent us from firing weapons at the galleon?
No.
Our weapons are not reloaded yet, though.
Okay, so as soon as they're reloaded, we can have people shoot at the galleon.
The galleon's gonna ram us before then.
Yeah,
Well, we'll just have to deal with it then.
Yeah, we'll just have to deal with it then.
Well, I guess we should have enough hit points to survive a ram.
Mm-hmm.
This round I'm going to be casting.
Also, I guarantee you, if they're using the same tactics, the flitter's gonna come with the galleon.
All right, Blade, go ahead.
All right, that sounds like an idea. Let's try to move the blade up and have it do like a locking on
Okay, you're going to try to grapple it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Grapple!
So I am going to need you to, let me see.
If this was 3rd edition, we'd spend half an hour doing a grappling check.
Okay, so
It's not that hard.
You're thinking Pathfinder, James.
give me a d20 minus 1.
Sounds
Is
like
higher or lower better?
Lower is better. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
you close in. Well, you see the hilt the blade close in, and your crew immediately start tossing lines over. It's fairly clumsy, but they did a really good job. And there just are not enough people on the deck of the Radiant vessel to
stop it.
to really to cut the lines and everything like that. And they immediately start engaging in hand-to-hand combat, which does mean that is
Going to make things awfully complicated.
Sorry, Old. That wasn't the plan.
no, it's okay. I'm just checking to see if there's anything that they can do to try and get out of that, and there isn't, so they cannot move.
Yay.
All right.
But what does the galleon do?
The galleon
And
valiantly runs away.
you are not in range of that, so we
Galleon
can't do
can only
anything.
turn at the end of its round, though. If we
All right,
remember,
we could-
wasn't it?
We could always use the hilt to ram the galleon.
That was
We're not doing that!
a good thing I heard Old say there. We're not in range of that. That's good.
Or
right.
means we're not in
Hilt,
range of
your turn.
whatever is on the Death Spider.
All
Okay,
right.
we should...
So the
Move
weapons aren't
forward
loaded
in
yet.
turn.
Next turn they'll be loaded, right?
Yeah.
Turn.
Yeah, I'm trying to. The way I was zoomed in is that the little circle thingies were covering the square, so it was hard to grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, this is going to do that.
Oh, so it can move.
Probably not well.
Okay, so you are there. All right.
I've cast Spark Sense on Higgimus if it's the end of the round.
Yeah, let me go ahead and
Spell resist. I only memorized one Higgimus, so if it fails, it fails.
Okay, you've got Bat Sense. That does
You've
limit
got
your
20.
actual vision. To how
Well, I couldn't see right now anyway, could I?
well, I mean, it was extremely
You
bright.
could see anywhere but the ship, which doesn't really help you much.
Well,
And it also means you've got to be closing your eyes as well.
Elevy, it says one object for enlarge reduce, but the it also has a volume amount, and basically almost all spells you're only ever going to be able to cast when you're in the same hex as another thing.
Oh, were you thinking about reducing the galleon?
Yeah, I mean she definitely can't. But even so, you have to be in the same hex.
Okay.
That would be a pretty.
Yeldan,
powerful
real quick.
feat of it.
Yeldan.
Yep.
Are you looking around for where that flitter is? We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned.
He has been keeping an eye out for it, but it went invisible.
Okay.
Asher, I'm going to PM you the details of the spell, what it does to you.
Oh, you cast me a spell. Oh, yeah, you did. Okay.
Oh, is he trying to ram the hilt?
Probably.
It'd be far more effective.
Well, so that's kind of what happened because you moved the blade out of where it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
None of us are bracing for a crash.
So yeah, it is coming in to ram you.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Stop
I was
that.
not.
Stop it!
Grab
Can
my
I
squirt
tumble?
gun.
Can I
Squirt it.
tumble? Or because I was casting a spell, I don't get to.
Because you were
Well,
casting a spell.
it's
you don't
got
get
to roll to hit us, right?
Yep.
All right. First
We are a
of
smaller
all,
ship, though. Check,
I
what's
mean,
the
people
AC?
like Ockar.
AC of 6. Fun.
okay. Let's see. Your vessel has a maneuverability class of C, which does mean that Viradra, your helmsman, gets a +4 to her saving throw versus death to avoid this. And she is a priest, so you lucked out a little bit there.
Oh, is it Spelljammer shock on a?
No, this is
No,
to
it's to
avoid the
dodge it.
crash,
Oh.
and she avoids it.
Well, hey.
I'm gonna give her a bonus.
So it keeps the ship keeps going. However,
Goodbye.
it is going to turn that way.
It's gonna try to do it again.
Yeah, you should probably stop that.
Okay, so you see your crew fighting, and
How many people were on the galleon, Ald?
you did not see anyone on deck.
Ooh.
It probably only
Ah.
has a Spelljammer and a skeleton crew.
How quickly did that come past?
Well, I mean, it came by pretty fast.
I'm
How-
just
yeah,
wondering if
How many
if it-
hexes is it moving?
You can figure
Just-
that out on your own.
just wondering if it would be easy to get across as
No,
it came
because-
past.
Two,
No, I
it
mean,
went
it would not have been. I mean,
down.
if you wanted to try that,
Basically, there.
you
1,
could, but if you fail it, you'd
two,
be out in the out
4,
in wild space floating around.
5,
Yeah.
6. It moved 6 hex. It
No, it didn't.
basically
No,
did
it didn't.
6.
It didn't. It didn't move 6 hexes.
Okay. Right, probably 1, 2,
So, do you
3,
want to do anything,
figured-
4.
Braxon?
No, not this time.
All right, then initiative time for everyone.
I am gonna be casting another spell.
Is this ship initiative or people
This
initiative?
is ship initiative.
Still.
Yeah, my spells take the round anyway, so I am casting Bless.
Good call.
Yeah, once in a blue moon, Lafdul gets a Bless off.
You're not in melee, so that helps.
Yeah.
Helps with ship combat, though. I imagine that's like one of the preparation things people can do. As like, okay, we're gonna be boarding. Cast a bless. Bless
And
goes
your
off.
ship is
Let's
small
go.
enough that you're gonna. I'm gonna say that
Hit.
you'd get everyone.
Oh, so that means the crew on the ballista get it too. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you rolled for both.
Mm-hmm.
Higgimus might get spell resist against this Blesser.
Oh,
Those are the weapons.
Okay, that is grappled right now. All right, you are going
Tilt.
with the hilt.
Do we want to
Hilt.
shoot the galleon?
I thought we were gonna go in and try to board.
You can do both.
Ald,
Yeah.
when you're shooting, does shooting go first or
it
after
goes
move?
anytime. You can shoot at any point.
Oh.
I made that
So
mistake
let's shoot
earlier.
the galleon. Anybody feeling like they want to do it, or do you want me?
I'll roll it.
All right,
Mm.
roll it. Plus 2, I think, right? 'Cause
Yep.
of bless.
Bless, and it's a +1 weapon.
Oh!
Well, that
Nice
is a
roll.
critical hit.
Packs
Hold on. So critical hits are handled a little bit differently with heavy weapons,
Mm-hmm.
which you can only crit on a 20. We have not actually had a ship critical hit.
Ship combat crit, yeah.
Hopefully it
Yeah.
disables their ship and we can just take the little ship.
No, it's good. Ald has a cool table that people can get to hear the result from.
Yeah. 1d20, 1. Loss of 5 hull points. Go ahead and roll damage on a medium ballista of 1d3, please.
It doesn't do double damage.
No, it's a separate crit chat.
It also does +1 because it's a magic ballista, right?
No, not in that regard. Your
No, it's only to hit.
Okay. So just 1d3.
Magical siege weapons work differently.
Okay, so your there are actually ones that do +1 to hit and damage, but that's not
This
what you
isn't
got.
one of them.
Your ballista bolt is perfectly aimed. You are not suffering any penalties because you're firing outside of the firing arc of the radiant vessel.
Good.
And you see this ballista bolt just tear right through this this galleon. The angle was just perfect as it was turning to come around. You see it pierce a room, tear apart the stern castle of the vessel. You see 3 individuals get tossed out into space, and the ballista bolt smashes right through the keel. This vessel is now broken up, and it is creating a debris field right here.
Oh yeah.
We might
Yeah,
want to try to.
we're not getting that helm.
We
possibly.
we might get the helm. I don't know if that was a helm here or
That,
not.
that was fun.
So yes, the 1d20 roll of loss of 5 hull points. The thing only had 4 hull points left.
It didn't matter what I rolled.
Well, I mean, no, well in with the crit, yeah, but still, it's pretty nice. Let me go ahead and remove
Oh,
that.
so the helm might still be intact because that wasn't a hit on the helm. Just gonna point that out to you guys.
All right, now you can move
They
your
might
ship.
destroy it now.
Let's move in and board.
Yeah, the only thing we have to worry
What
about is the
happens
flicker.
on a ship destruction? A Spelljammer falls unconscious or dies or what?
It depends
They get
on
a saving
lot of
throw,
things.
don't they?
Yeah, I mean, generally it's Spelljammer shock.
Oh. So the person's either dead or alive.
Okay, so you're gonna try to board again, or grapple.
Board the radiant.
Okay, I am gonna give you a. You're gonna need to make another d20, -2 to the roll bonus,
Because it's already grappled.
Okay, want me to do it?
and you outnumber.
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh.
Ockar needs to do the rest.
That's a bad time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of the brightness from the ship, your crew is not able to get good holds, and just as you're trying it, your vessel, the blade, does, it's still maneuvering slightly, and it lurches a bit and moves the radiant ship just out of your range.
Oh.
That's a shame.
Ever
We'll get it next round.
just at about that point, this is just going to be, there's 4 vessels going to be here right now, so I'm just going to put this one right here.
Oh,
The
here
flitter
comes the
comes
flitter.
in,
No.
appears out of really nowhere.
I was keeping an eye out for that. It's like, there it is.
You were keeping an eye out. You shout out, there it is.
There's also a fireball. No?
Just as a freezing storm of
ice storm.
cold blasts your deck. This is blasting
Which
the
deck?
deck of your the hilt.
Oof.
And
Is it on
spell
the
save
same
versus magic?
hex as us?
yeah, it is. I'm just not putting it in there right now because
Okay.
it's just too many things.
Yay, this is gonna hurt.
So Braxon won't get hurt, but he might slide over.
You still take bludgeoning damage if you don't take frost.
So
Spell?
I'm sorry.
Do we save versus spell or not?
No, Ice Storm has no save. All right, so you had one Giff on this ship, but he's down in the
In the helm.
in the helm room. All right, okay.
Damn,
so,
that Lafdul loses his bless too.
Why would I lose my bless?
Because you were casting it this round.
No, I've already cast it. I haven't cast another spell this round.
Yeah, and even if he had, his spell would have gone off. Unless it was 1 round casting time, it would have gone off.
Yeah, I was
at
not
the
casting this round.
time of
Okay.
the ship movement. All right, so everyone who is on deck takes, that is going to be, except Braxon, you're going to take a little bit less. That is 13 points of damage as
Ouch.
a hailstorm just rages over your head and pummels you all with hailstones. Braxon, you take 10 points of damage.
Right. I'll do that on my character sheet, seeing as we're not up there.
44 minus 13, was it?
I thought it'd be a lot more, and I'm worried about poor Leather. That doesn't have that many hit points.
Yeah.
Are you still still conscious?
Yup.
You can't be on much, like 1, 2.
No, I'm at 3.
Oh,
You
you've got
think?
more hit. You've got more hit points than I thought you had. Well, you are like 8th level, I suppose.
Okay, the blade.
Do you want these good berries, says Braxon?
Everyone's got them.
So the
Yeah, but he's offering them to Leather.
right, the blade. You're just having the crew are just attacking, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should we use our weapons?
You are not there yet. This is the blade,
no.
not the hilt.
The blade
You
could shoot
failed
on
your
the flitter,
you
though.
failed to grapple.
No, I'm saying shouldn't the blade use its weapons if it's reloaded?
Oh,
on
the heavy
ship
weapons.
That just uses... Yeah.
No, only the ballista will be able to hit it because it's in the rear arc of our ship, and the ballistas are on turrets.
But are they? That's only...
Hang on, can the blade do
Where
crew
is the
strike?
ship in relative?
It's in the same hex. It's in the same hex. So
But
your
where is it
catapults cannot hit.
relatively in position? Is it behind the? Is it behind the blade? In front of the blade? Where is it?
It's to the
Catapults can't
side.
hit it anyway.
Hold on. Let me answer. He was asking me.
Yeah.
It is to the side, so your ballistas can take a shot at the flitter.
Thank you.
However-
that's what I wanted to know.
That is also the direction of the... oh, well, no, they've got the goggles anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Okay.
Let's have them shoot
So,
at the flitter if they
hold,
can.
hold on. When someone is asking me a question, please don't answer for me.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, wait, catapults can't shoot anyway. It's too close.
But they can shoot. He just confirmed it. That's why I want all to tell me.
The
All right.
question I was going to ask Ald is when the ships are grappled. Obviously, we've got to get rid of the flitter, but when the flitter's gone, if the flitter goes, can we use any of our heavy weapons for crew strikes?
Not your ballista. I mean, not the catapults. Catapults
Yeah.
cannot fire in the same
Well,
hex.
I think we should have the weapons fire upon the
Okay.
flitter because it's firing.
Yeah.
Let me give commands real quick. All right.
And actually,
Ockar
real
and
fast-
Yeldan.
Sorry.
Okay.
Because it's actually on the other side of the ship, only one of your ballistas is going to be able to hit.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Ockar, could you roll that for me?
Okay, so normal D20.
Yep.
No.
Unfortunately, you do miss.
What about the catapults?
The catapult. I mean, you
Catapult.
can have the catapults fire at the Death
Spider.
Spider, but it's actually out of range. I mean, it's I
Okay.
believe it.
Oh, I thought you said that the catapults could still hit the flitter.
No,
No,
I said they couldn't.
catapult.
Oh,
Yeah, the
I misheard
Death
them.
Spider is only 1 hex out of range.
Yeah, catapults can never. So technically, this is in the same hex, but there's just so many things in the hex right now that I didn't want to put it in there.
okay. Well, then the ballista missed. We'll just have to wait for it to reload before we can do that again. And new initiative.
In a second, Death
We
Spider
could ballista-
slowly is shifting around a bit.
Oh, it's
Another
trying to
sh-
run away.
Or attack.
Or it saw that we took out the
That's the front.
galleon.
Oh,
That's the
that's the
back.
front.
They've got
Oh.
at least 4 casters.
All right. So yeah,
One
so
of them
now
was-
it is initiative time.
No, they had to have like
For
5
people
casters
just to-
since one of them threw a high level spell at us.
I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. That's
Can we
true.
actually see anyone?
Leva, you are in the same. Everything is in the same hex right now. So, you can potentially cast spells at individuals. You can see an individual on the flitter. I will say now that anyone with the goggles on can basically, what they can see is humanoids. They're about 6.5 to 7 feet tall, so a little bit taller than normal human height. And Higgimus, you were rolling d20s, not d10s.
Oh,
Or one of those is a d20, the second one.
Can I still keep the score, though?
No. The humanoids are brightly clothed, with a fair bit of jewelry. They have long dark hair in unusual hairstyles. Very small noses. Their skin is kind of sallow, yellowy, and kind of elongated faces, and you think they have some kind of sharp, jagged teeth.
Oh, they're Yankee or something like that.
They're definitely not elves.
They are definitely not elves.
They're Giff.
Can I see the one that cast a spell?
From the flitter, yes.
Can I see that as well? How far away is it?
Yes. They're in the same hex, so if you want to get spells, if you're going to be casting spells, then you will need to roll for yourself, and I believe your tokens are down in the lower left-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should. I have an idea. We should maybe go after the flitter with the hilt and let our men take care of the things on the Radiant until we can take care of the flitter.
The crew on the Radiant ship, there aren't many of them, but they are kind of carving through your crew.
Well,
yeah.
we
so
have a dilemma
here.
here.
No,
because
I know. I'm just letting you know, so you have more information. You can make a decision. You can
if we go to the Radiant, we're going to get bombarded with spells.
I'm just giving you more information.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeldan's gonna shoot at the spellcaster. Just look.
All right, so there's not a whole lot of people on the. There can't be a whole lot of people on that flitter. Let's still try to board the Radiant thing.
Yeah.
To kind of get that done, taken care of. Maybe we can get our fighter people in there close with that. Ockar, maybe you could fly over there.
I don't have.
Yeah.
Can I actually? Can I?
You didn't tell me you were bringing your wolf over.
Oh yeah, the wolf is still on the blade.
What?
Okay.
We've not managed to grapple their ship. Sorry, have I misheard?
Yeah.
Not with the hilt.
So, not with the hilt. That's why I was rolling initiative to shoot the other guy.
How close are we to the Radiant ship?
I mean, you're all in the same hex.
Yeah. Are we close enough that Braxon could throw his rope over?
No. Because you you missed with your grapple.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Old. Could you add me into the list?
Oh yeah.
Why don't you just roll again and modify the number, rather than making me scroll all the way down there.
Lever's casting a spell to make us older.
Would my crossbow hit anything on the flitter?
I mean, you can try. They are undercover, so there's going to be a penalty to hit, and you are doing long range. But you do ignore harm.
I may as well try it anyway.
Okay.
Is it long range from my longbow?
Let's see. Yeah, I think it is going to be.
I'll give you the ranges here.
No, it's fine. It's basically almost always going to be long range, unless you're actually.
So it's out of range for short bows.
No, it's not. It's just
long
range.
So Braxton could fire his short bow until he's able to do something more useful.
Yeah, but keep in mind that if you want to grapple, you should probably be helping your crew grapple, because your crew, like some of your crew, is dead on the hill.
All right.
Because they were in the area of effect.
How long would it take me to fly over if I used outsurf? Could I do it in a turn once I have cast the spell? Or would it take multiple turns?
You didn't tell me that you were changing shape. It takes a round.
No, I haven't Yeah, no, I'm going to be doing it this round.
Okay. So that's your action this round.
Yeah, no, I want to know how long I think it would take. Are we talking multiple rounds?
Yeah, because especially if they move out of range and they're more maneuverable and faster than you.
I'm going to cast a spell then.
Okay. So you haven't rolled yet, initiative?
No, I'm looking at my spell.
Okay.
Will Braxton's rope give us a bonus to grappling?
No.
Okay.
Right, I have initiative.
Okay, so Leva going first is going to cast haste.
Oh, sorry, I'm not in the turn order. I didn't see us do that.
Well, are you... You're actually shooting with the arrow?
Shooting with a shot bow, aren't you? Or...
No, well, he said I'd be better off grappling. All right.
You don't need to roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Leva, what's the... Actually, you know what? Before we go into this round, it's probably about time to take our break. I will get the haste off. Is it just
60 yards?
Is it just duration for haste that's modified by level?
I think it's how many people.
Hold on, let her answer. What was that?
It's 3 rounds plus 1 a level.
Okay,
so it's 8. It's 11 rounds. If it's at 8th level.
Yeah, it's at 7th level. Shh. All right, so it is about 2 p.m. my time, so we're gonna take our break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll move on to the this next round and see what happens. All right.
This must be the most Republic serial-like break you've ever done.
I'm pretty sure I have done others that are like that. Anyway, we'll be back in about 10 minutes.